My students are hitting results that they never knew that they could accomplish week by week in my one-on-one mentorship. And today I'm back with another student to show you guys what it's like to invest in people who are doing exactly what you want to do in this world. In this video, I'll be interviewing one of my six-figure, going on seven-figure, 19-year-old student, Luke. We're going to be covering how he was able to generate over $105,000 while working with us. This was from complete scratch, and he did not have any store or any product shows before this point. This is literally the definition of starting from $0. And revenue is great and all, but we all know men lie, women lie, numbers don't, and we'll be covering on how he was able to generate over $25,000 profit in just some short months while working together. I'll be asking him all types of different questions on like what it's been like running your business at 19 years old and how this is his primary income, how he's been reinvesting his profits, how he was able to afford the mentorship, how he's managing cash flow, and of course his overall review of my one-on-one mentorship. And we're going to be covering absolutely everything, guys. So make sure to grab a pen and paper, strap in, because the value in this video is going to be limitless. What's going on, everybody? My name is AC Hampton, and I'm the founder and owner of Supreme Ecom. Here at Supreme Ecom, we take students from all over the world, from all different backgrounds and ages, and we teach them how to profitably test, build, and scale up e-commerce brands and dropshipping stores. The value in this video is going to be limitless, like I said, so make sure you watch it the entire way through so you can take some key points away so you can start hitting similar numbers just like Luke. And as you guys know, we give out a free consulting call each and every single week to streamline your success with e-commerce and make sure that you get all of your questions answered. If you want the opportunity of winning a free giveaway this week, all you have to do is three simple things. The first thing you must do is in the comment section below, comment the word Supreme Ecom and what your biggest takeaway from this video was. The second thing you must do is follow me on Instagram at AC_Hampton as well as Supreme_Ecom. And the third thing you must do is smash that like button below and subscribe to our channel, as we have never missed a single week. My mentorship is filling up quickly, but I am opening up 10 new spots for the month of December for individuals looking to have a profitable e-commerce business and personally be guided in the right direction. If that sounds like you and you don't want to waste time, money, effort, or energy into the wrong direction, all you have to do to apply for my one-on-one mentorship is go to my Instagram at AC_Hampton, DM me the word mentorship, or you can apply for the 10 remaining spots with the link down below. Okay, I know I built up some anticipation for this video. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. What's going on, everybody? I have one of my star students here. His name is Luke. He's a six-figure, going on seven-figure marketer here with the Supreme Ecom team. He's been absolutely crushing it lately, and I'm excited for you guys to see a little bit of his journey. What's going on, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me on here. I'm Luke, and a little bit about me. I'm from southeastern Wisconsin. I'm 19, and I never went to college. So yeah, it's been a pretty exciting journey here.
Hey, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, thank you for the quick little run through of who you are. And now I have a couple questions for you. So the first question I have for you is, when and why did you join my mentorship?
So I joined it about halfway through May. And the reason being, I actually started dropshipping, first heard about it, got into it about, I'd say, February of 2019. So a long time ago. And I actually ended up buying a course about 2 months later. It was a one-on-one course. And it actually ended up being a scam course. And that was, really tough, not only because it was a scam, but because it was over such a long period of time. And it was just kind of like dangling the carrot in front of a pig type, for like an analogy. And between being in high school and sports and all this and that, it just didn't really click with me for the longest time. And it finally did click. Over $25,000 later, it clicked, and I joined Supreme Ecom. That's what happened.
Hey, that's awesome, man. I'm not gonna lie, that definitely resonates with me a lot. Just because if anyone knows my story, We all started back in 2018. And what happened is I joined a mentorship that was one-on-one, and it was the biggest scam ever. So I completely understand that frustration that you had, and that perseverance and that confidence and that consistency has got you to the results that we're going to start talking about here shortly. So that's great to hear. So the second question I have for you is this your primary or secondary income that you currently have?
This is my primary. Now, it's my primary because I don't go to college. Like I said, only 19, still fortunate enough to live at home and not have too many expenses. So like low overhead type things. But yeah, it's primary, and it's growing into like a legitimate primary. So
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So the third one is, why did you want to join a mentorship in the first place? And then specifically, why did you want to join mine?
I mean, there are so many courses out there. I mean, by the day, there's got to be some stat how many come out a day. But I mean, the thing with a one-on-one versus a course is everybody has specific questions because everybody learns a different way. And with a one-on-one in Supreme Ecom, you can sign up. The base is 2 calls a week. So you have 2 hours to fire off whatever questions you need. And even at points, if you don't know what to ask, typically they'll know what you're struggling with. And yeah, so one-on-one is definitely a much bigger help for at least my learning style than just a simple course.
Okay, cool, man. Cool. And then, so what made you want to join mine specifically all over any of the other ones that you saw?
Right. I first actually, heard about you, Alex, and that was a while ago. I want to say 2020, during the pandemic and stuff like that. You were on Tech Money Talks. It's the Shopify podcast. I don't think they've posted in a while, but that's how I first heard about it. And from there, just learning about Supreme Ecom and everything, all the credibility behind it was a no-brainer.
Hey, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you sharing that. So that basically brings me to my next question is, how did you find my mentorship, specifically mine? So you said you saw it on Tech Money Talks. Was there any other steps that you took after that?
Yeah. So Tech Money Talks, there's a lot of episodes on there, and there's good value, but it was just like, because you were on there 3 times, right?
Yeah.
So just being on there consistently, it just kind of like stood out more. So then it was like, let's dive into that direction, just because there's more substance there. And yeah, upon diving into it, finding Supreme Ecom on YouTube and stuff like that, the value in those videos is pretty high. But compared to the course, I mean, you're going to be blown away by the course.
So then what was that initial day where you just pulled the trigger? Like, what was that main incentive for you to join? What was that?
I talked about the scam, and I mean, it kind of looks bad on me, but I don't really care. It was the fact that after, I think it was over 2 years of, not really focusing on it a whole lot, and then realizing I lost a ton of money. The day that, everything started to click, like, this needs to stop. We need to change gears here. And I had already been, knew who you were and Supreme Ecom, and it was just like, pull the trigger. I don't really know. It was just like a reflex thing.
Hey, well, like I said, when we cover these numbers, I don't think you're going to regret that decision.
No, sir.
So if you weren't doing dropshipping right now, what do you think that you'd be doing?
Well, it was either go to college or focus on e-commerce, and we're about to find out which one I took action on. So if I wasn't doing that, I would be doing following kind of what I had a passion with in high school. Is I wanted to be, I guess, a nuclear physicist or engineer. I'm not quite sure because I didn't go down that road, but I just know I was interested in nuclear power. It's pretty good in terms of, where we're going with the planet and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. So you probably would have just went to school, but we know the decision that you actually made. So when you did
Yeah.
join the mentorship, I do have a question. When did you start thinking that things were going in the right way? When did you know that you weren't going through the same things you were going through before with that other mentorship that you joined? When did you feel like, okay, I know that this is actually going crazy for me and I'm really starting to see some good results?
I knew it right away, but I think what you're saying is like when did it really set in stone? And it actually set in stone after the course, as weird as that sounds, because from learning and just the way I process things, it took a while to, connect the dots. And it actually was after the course that I was most satisfied with the course. Of course, I was still, excited while I was in it, but yeah, it was definitely, after.
I think that really resonates to me because I always try to tell people this mentorship is supposed to teach you how to run this business with or without me. So I'm going to teach you how to get the best results and teach you how to consult in the direction that you need to be going to. But my main incentive for my mentorship is for you to feel confident knowing how to run this business without me. So the fact that you're saying that is really resonating to me because that was what my main goal is for anything that I do for my consulting. So I'm really happy that you said that. But what can we do if we're just talking about it? We know we got to see what's going on. So let's go ahead and share your screen and check out some of the numbers, and we can cover some of the progression that you've had throughout the last couple of months. All right, Luke. So you are now officially sharing your screen. Go ahead and run me through a couple of these numbers. So show me what your results were the first month, what they're looking like last month, and what they're looking like of all time. So I see that you've already have this pulled up. Is this currently the first month, or what was going on here?
So this is actually July to August. This is the second month. And the first month, while I was trying to run Facebook ads, Facebook said no and gave me a lot of trouble with my ad account. And there's really not much to show. And even here, there's not that much to show because I remember I was still actually on top of Facebook disabling my stuff. My store speed was actually so bad that, I mean, you'd click on the page and it didn't really load. And it took me a few weeks to figure that one out. So that definitely killed a lot of sales. But yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
so it's looking like around 1560 from July 6th to August 6th. Looks like you had around a 0.21 conversion rate and not a lot of sales going on, but you did not stop. And that's why I can't wait to show what you have next. So this is around 30 days afterwards. Go ahead and run me through a little bit of what's going on here. So it looks like you had around 9,800 in sales, around a 1.9% conversion rate, which was a huge increase from the conversion rate the previous month. And it looked like you started getting some sales in. So we see you started doing well. What do you think was turning around here?
well, for starters, Facebook was allowing me to run ads, and through ads, you starting to do creative testing and going through the steps. And then finally fixing my store speed really brought sales up. I mean, it's something that small, but it is a factor.
Yeah, man, definitely, definitely. So I love to see that some progression, and then go ahead and bring me to the all time. So show me what you've now been able to accomplish since then. Since you've only had around 900 or $1,000 in sales, let's go ahead and see what you've been able to accomplish now. Sheesh. So $101,000 in sales. Your conversion rate went up again with a 2.1% conversion rate. You weren't selling $100 or $300 product as your average order value was around $44. So run me through this. We see a huge spike going in from September. If you don't mind putting your mouse over that, we can start seeing some of the days. So it started going up from, around $10,000 that day. In sales, and then all the way to $53,000 then. And then it just continuously kept growing. So what was that difference from hitting 10,000 in sales from October to all the way to $101,000 overall? What do you feel about this? How happy are you that you were able to accomplish this? And what do you think the biggest turnaround point was for you?
Yeah, we'll hop in. We can see here September, and that month uh, we did just under 11,000, and that was actually the end of the mentorship, the one-on-one. And so from here out, was basically just me. And like I said, it's not so much like during the course, but it's a lifetime type of value. So as we go here, 53,000 in 1 month was pretty insane. I mean, it felt really good to finally, be able to achieve that and stuff like that. But I actually ended up switching products between here, and product is definitely it's definitely like a number one thing when you're trying to do e-commerce.
So do you think that was the biggest turnaround point here? Was this winning product that you had? Were the creatives starting to bring cheaper traffic? What was that biggest turnaround point, you think? Was it the product?
My old product, it just randomly died out. So I'm gonna try to pin that on ad fatigue, but I won't really know because I dropped that product and switched to this. Did about 3 or 4 days of creative testing to make sure that things are going to work out, because I knew the product was validated. And after that, the results are here speaking for themselves. It took off. And right now I'm still in the process of making more creatives, because that's what we're always doing, is keep on feeding customers what they want, which is new angles for ads and stuff like that.
That's awesome, man. I always say creative validation, product validation. The fact that you're saying that, I know that you took something really big away from this mentorship. And again, this is a direct reflection. So at the end of the day, we can always show revenue, but men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So how are you tracking profit throughout this time?
Well, yeah. So I have this old pen and paper right here. That's how we're doing it. And that is definitely not the most efficient way, but that's the way that my brain decided to take things. So I'm not complaining.
Yeah, man. Well, I will go ahead and get you set up with one of my favorite tracking apps. It's called Be Profit. You guys can check that out with the link in the description. But yeah, I'll definitely get you set up on that afterwards, and I'll send you all the information over. But I guess we can go through a couple questions of your profit and seeing what you've actually been able to accomplish. So I have 3 questions for you. The first question is, what was the biggest day that you had in profit? So what was that biggest day like? And what was that feeling that you had?
I mean, it was crazy because the biggest day was 1,051 profits. So, I mean, just breaking $1,000 was in profits, mind you, not gross. It was pretty insane. And the margin on that day was 44% profit. So it was, yeah, it was a pretty good day, I'd say.
Yeah, it's not a bad day. Not a bad day, man. That's crazy. Did you ever think that you were just going to find something that can make you over $1,000 in a single day from your home, from your laptop? You're just making over $1,000 in a single day, 44% profit margin. Did that even feel real?
I'm gonna be honest, it really didn't, because I knew it would come, but not that quickly.
We're
Here we
here
are.
now. We're here now. So the second question I have for you is, what has been the last 30 days of profit look like for the store?
The last 30 days has around 8,000 in profit. I think it's due to ad fatigue and just Black Friday offers. I really haven't had that many good Black Friday ads out, so that definitely makes a difference.
Definitely. But making over $8,000 profit with ad fatigue and knowing how you can provide a solution to this. I mean, what jobs do you really know at 19 years old that you can still make over $8,000 profit? Again, you should be very proud of yourself for being able to do that. The last question I have for you is, all right, throughout this entire time, from the results that you just shown me, from basically July all the way out to November, what has been your overall profit?
Overall profit, we're looking at around 25,000.
That's absolutely insane, bro. What is that feeling like, knowing that you made over $25,000 in close to around only 4 months, and just knowing that you've done all of this from the comfort of your home?
Um, it's exciting for how much potential is there, but I'm starting to think about tax season,
Yeah.
stuff
And the
like
best
that.
thing about being a business owner is you got an amazing amount of write-offs.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's something I'm pretty excited to learn about.
All right, man. Well, I really appreciate you going in depth about that. Do you mind not sharing your screen? And I'll have a couple more questions for you. So the next question I have from you is, what do you think the biggest learning lesson that you've had from this experience?
If I had one word, like perseverance, just fighting, not giving up. Sounds cliche, but it really is true. And betting on yourself, really, because you're not here by accident. If you're watching this, you're here for a reason. And deep down, or maybe you've already identified it, you're capable. So yeah, you just got to fight through it until you can see the light.
And you definitely saw the light. So that perseverance is huge. The consistency, even through the lows, because I mean, think about it. If you would have gave up in June or July, you would have never hit these type of numbers. And that's the biggest thing, is every time you stay consistent through the lows, your life will change forever for the highs. And that's exactly what you've just experienced. So I'm really happy that you got the chance to experience that. So the last question that I have for you is, for somebody that, could be in the exact shoes as you, somebody who would join my one-on-one mentorship, who do you think would be somebody who would do really well in it? And who do you think would be somebody who would struggle?
Somebody who would do really well would be somebody who not necessarily, I mean, it really can be anybody. You just need the correct mindset. And talking about mindset, again, another cliche, but really you need to be able to kind of like stand out and be bold, because the biggest difference with doing something like e-commerce is there's nobody to really set a timeline for you. You have to be your own timeline, your own boss. And I know Supreme Ecom hits on being your own boss a lot. Why do you think that is? But yeah, somebody who wouldn't do well would be, somebody who doesn't like take control of their own actions and own things. Just more of like a toxic type of person, really. They probably wouldn't do very well.
But yeah, man, that's definitely a really good answer. I think that transparency is going to help a lot of people who watch this. I think a lot of people who are watching this can definitely resonate with you, even working a job or thinking about what direction they should go to, or interested in knowing if they should jump into e-commerce. I think you definitely made it a lot easier for a lot of people to put themselves in your shoes. It's not like you just had all the experience in the world, but you were persevering. You had a lot of perseverance. You stayed dedicated. You stayed motivated through the lows. And I'm really excited to see the results that you've hit. Over $25,000 profit, over $100,000 just on one store alone. I can't wait to see where this is going to take you, Luke. And I appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
Hey, that video was absolutely crazy, wasn't it? Being 19 years old, having dropshipping being his primary income, making over $25,000 profit, and actually enjoying a real mentorship after already being scammed before. And you guys know I can resonate with him a lot, as I was dealing with the same things of joining a scam mentorship when I first started off. But that's why I always say, invest in people who are doing exactly what you want to do in this world. And with that being said, do not think I forgot about the free consulting call winner from last week's video. The free consulting call winner from last week's video is Lucy Smitherson. Lucy, congratulations on winning. Go ahead and reach out to me on Instagram at AC_Hampton. Let me know that you won this free consulting call. We can hop on a Zoom call, cover any questions that you have, and continue to help you strive for greatness. And if you're wanting all of your questions answered and you want to streamline your success and win this absolute free consulting call, make sure to do all 3 requirements that I mentioned at the very beginning of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and learned some insights that you can be implementing on your store. I can't wait to continue to help each and every single one of you guys. As you know, it's not about how much money you can make in this world, but how much knowledge you can teach others to change their lives. I can't wait to continue to create generational wealth with each and every single one of you guys. I'll see you guys all next week. This is AC, and I'm out.
They gon' want a piece when you got it like that. Like Jake said, we gon' spend it, get it right back. Stack that internet money to the site crash. They on IG trying to get a light back. See, they don't talk that talk, they just type fast.